right down here. Okay, everybody have a seat? Lily got a seat? Up on the floor, wherever. Okay, so Matthew, you're beside me. How about you take a look in there and tell me what we're doing today? What are we working with? An apple and a knife. So who thinks we're having breakfast? You think we're having breakfast? Well, I might have enough pieces to pass around, but there's going to be a story to go with my apple. So this apple, you're hungry, are you? You're hungry, okay. That's a nice apple, and I did wash it. So our apple today is the world. And today, if you've noticed, there's birds in the church, and there's extra trees around here. There's bird sounds, but there's no birds actually in here because we are celebrating Earth Day today. And you may have also noticed that we're missing something. Do you notice that we're missing something in the pews this morning? Yep. You read it, and you open it, and you read it. A book. It's like a book. It's like our bulletin book. Yep, our bulletin book. You notice there's no papers this morning because we're going to be talking about how we're saving trees by not having bulletins in our church this morning. We're using the overhead. So today, for Children's Story, as part of our story, we're going to talk about the world. Okay, so this is our planet. So I'm going to cut my planet. Ugh. I'm cutting my fake planet into quarters. Don't cut it. It's a nice little, here, because you're hungry. Don't eat the seeds. Okay, so there goes all the water. You're hungry? Okay, you can share those. So we have the land. Okay, so at our full, you'll get some. Hang on. So there's our land. Out of our whole world, we only have this little quarter left. Okay, so in our quarter, I have to read my cheat sheet here. So you guys have the oceans, okay? This is what you have left. And when I slice this in half, half of this is parts of the land that we can't build on. There you go, Lil. Okay. There, yeah, nuts. You got it? So this is the land that's full of polar areas, deserts, swamps. It's very high, or it has mountains. You gonna eat your apple? No? Okay. You're just gonna hang on to your apple? Okay. So we're gonna cut this again. Somebody else want a piece of apple? Because, you know, we're getting to the part that we can actually farm on. Alrighty. What's that? Yes, you can go ahead and eat it. I'm not kidding. Okay. So this little part, my goodness, I have to cut this again into fours. Those were the parts that were too rocky, too wet, too cold, too steep, or soil that is not good enough to produce food. Who else is hungry? Okay, here you go. Look what happened to our earth. Look what's left of it. Okay? So on this part, can you peel off just the skin? Just the skin, if you can, like all in one piece. You can get a little bit of apple in there if you want to. Okay. That area also included land that was underneath the highway, underneath our mountains, like the hole. Yeah, this little bit here. This is underneath our house, underneath our church, under the shopping developments, and under houses. So do you see what I have left? Out of our world, can you see what I have left? It's a little tiny piece out of that whole world. And this is the Earth's surface that is only 5 feet deep that we can grow our food on. Okay, let's think about that. Out of that whole apple, this is the only part of Earth that we can grow our food on. This is 5 feet deep along the surface. It takes 100 years to make an inch of that soil that we can grow our food on. So now you know why it is really important that we take care of the land that we actually have and not pollute it and not use it to build more freeways and more apartment buildings and more shopping centers. Because what would happen if this is all we have left to feed the entire earth? That is not a lot to eat, is it? No. Want a bit of tiny earth to eat? A little bit of tiny earth to eat. Tiny earth to eat? No. Anybody want some earth to eat? There you go. Some more earth? Okay. And the water that we have, and the water that we have on our earth is the only water that we're ever going to have. So as we go in today and we celebrate the rest of our service, we just need to remember to take care of the land that we have and to take care of our water as best that we can so it can feed the billions of people that live with us. Okay. I'm sorry to those of you that I did not have enough apple. You can have extra cookies downstairs. Okay. Alrighty. Can we close with our prayer? So here we go. God be in my eyes and in my seeing. God be in my ears and in my listening. God be in my mouth and in my speaking. And God be in my heart and in my loving.